Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for tuning back into my page. Okay, so today I wanted to come on and I wanted to discuss your influence, my influence, and the hidden way that we influence each other. And it's so interesting to me when you deal, or whenever I talk to a lot of people, I make it my intentions to communicate with as many people as I can daily, intentionally, actually listening to what they're saying, paying attention to their gestures, and really being present and aware. And this is a practice that I've picked up because I'm an air sign and I'm a Libra, and throughout my life I've tended to pay attention to more of surface things, not how a person says things, but what they're saying, not the why a person did it, however, what they're doing. And this has limited me in my life. And as I have become more aware, I've become very intentional in how I relate to people. And it's interesting because Libras are the relationship sign. So my video today is about influence. And so many people are totally oblivious to the power of their influence. And I look at it like this. I look at it like, if you are a very logical person, like you're very dry and you don't really pay attention to the behind the scenes, and by behind the scenes, I mean okay, this person is saying this, but why are they saying that? And I look at, so this has everything to do with Mars and Venus, Mercury and Jupiter. And when we look at Mars governs Scorpio and Aries. Scorpio is a water sign. Aries is a fire sign. Mars represents our intent, our passions, how we go after things, our aggression. And in the sign of Scorpio, Mars is very discreet, very observant. And in the sign of Aries, Mars is very expressive, outgoing, direct. When we look at Venus in Libra is very eloquent, very cerebral, pays attention to what is, whereas Mars pays attention to why. In Taurus, Libra is very fixated on the senses, what can be seen, versus with Mars and Scorpio. Scorpio is very observant to the gestures and things of that nature. Jupiter is in Pisces, a water sign, and in Sagittarius, Jupiter is a fire sign. So Pisces, just like Scorpio, is very intuitive, goes with the flow of the emotion, with the vibe, is very aware of the vibe. Sagittarius is very expressive, and with Sagittarius also is very open to others' expression with Jupiter, versus in Mars, where with Aries, Mars is extremely self-focused and self-directed and would rather not be open to others' expression. The goal with Aries is to get its own expression out. And then we have Mercury. Mercury in Gemini is very analytical, very practical intellectually. And that is very different than Libra. Because with Libra is an idealist. With Venus and Libra, Venus likes to idealize things a lot. Whereas Mercury and Gemini, Mercury prefers to look at the facts of what's here. And it's information, but the facts of the information. Not what could be, not what may be, but what is. So that's the slight difference with Venus in the air sign of Libra and Venus and Mercury in Gemini. And then we have Mercury in Virgo, where Mercury is very grounded in the physical, factual, present, day-to-day detail, minute detail, step by step by step. So we have these 3 planets, and I'm using these 3 planets for a reason. So we have these 3 planets, Venus, Mars, we have these 4 planets, Venus, Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter. And with these different planets, we have different levels of influence. So when we look at Venus, Venus is about what? Love, appreciation, value, beauty, harmony, grace. When we look at Jupiter, Jupiter is about expansion, spirituality, vision, hope, optimism. When we look at Mercury, Mercury is about analyzing what's here and now, practicality, communications, quick, fast messages. And then we have Mars. Mars is about intent, willpower, passion. When you take Venus and you take Mercury, these planets do very well with the surface, what can be seen. When you go to school, you receive information, and that information has been orchestrated by the Board of Education. Others who have gone through other information and who have decided this is what the information is that we will place in front of the students. So this is what is on the surface. With Venus, we have the resources that are available through Taurus. We have the relationships or the community relationships that we have available to us. So we have very surface level things with Venus and Mercury. When we get into Mars and Jupiter, this is when we're getting into what's beneath the surface. What we go dig and figure out for ourselves. What we go and we seek out and investigate. And this is why Jupiter is the planet of expansion, how we break through what's been given to us. How with Mars in Scorpio, whereas a Taurus will look at, change of scenery, guys, okay. So whereas a Scorpio or an Aries, they're going to look beyond the surface. They're going to look beyond what's presented to them. They're going to have the passion and grit and willpower and intuition to look beyond what is given to them. They're not going to be passive. They're not going to passively just receive whatever, no matter what it is. They're always going to go with their own intuition or their own hint. And the Pisces may appear as if they're going with the flow of what's been given, but Pisces are chameleons, and the way that they do things are just magical. I'm not even going to get into the details of that. We'll get into another video. It's loud out over here where I am, but I did want to come back on and complete the video. My camera ran out of storage. I'm going to figure something out with that. However, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back soon. Have a good evening. Bye.